A very good evening, everyone. Welcome to Game 3 of Round 7. It's Wednesday night futsal here in Thomastown. Carlton Heart against Melbourne AQ. And it's a high-stakes game. Carlton Heart looking pretty strong. Second place on the ladder with 4 wins and 2 losses. Well, Melbourne AQ with 3 wins and 3 losses. So high-stakes game. And this round, Round 7, seems to be, I would say, the round of the season because every game has been very high stakes and very evening. You're here with Hansel and Josh. Josh, thanks for joining me once again. This game, you can't wait because it's going to be it's going to be hard to predict who will win.
Yeah, I don't think you could predict at all this entire night. I think if you can, you deserve $1 million probably. It's not enough anymore. I don't know, with inflation and all that. But in terms of this game, I don't think anyone would have expected Carlton to be right on second at this point of the season. Isn't it really incredible that they've done so well? AKU, obviously, I think recently they've been a very good team and they've always been developing, and this is finally their season where they're shining and they're coming out. They've got a great team. Jesse Howe's playing tonight.
Lucy Raymer.
I think we just have to go through all of them because they're all good.
Yeah, Evangelia Palthamash is our day. Lida Zamaya.
I haven't seen Zamaya in...
No, she's played it.
Really?
A few times, yeah. She's just been under the radar.
No, but like in a while, right? Or maybe I'm just blank.
Carla D'Alessandro. And then Deborah Bordequez and Zali Vandenberg. That's the team tonight. And every team I feel like has had a very even bench as well. Every team it hasn't been one team's got one on the bench and the other's got 5. It has been almost the exact same on the bench. So it's been very even. They've really shaped it up. And you look at the other side, Carlton, once again, their big names, Bet Catterwell, Mariella Begang, Paige Daly, Trina Salakides, Anna DeWong, Emily Koss. Let's talk about her. And then Amina Sharefi. And then now they've brought in a new recruit, Jana Bennett. Number 3 for Carlton. Unsure of what her performance would be, but a native to New Zealand to another New Zealander playing for serious futsal. Wow, it's...
Who's that?
We've got Danielle Bradley for Evolution. And I think they've got one... I think it was Sophie Williams is also. I'm had to confirm, but yes.
We need like a New Zealand all-star team.
We should. And versing what? A Japanese all-star team too, because for this season, we've seen a few Japanese players.
That's who we've missed so far. For like Evolution had a few. There was just so many good players from Japan last season. I'm missing them.
Absolutely, and this game again, big matchup, and actually you saw it on your screen just pre-match. Had the, I don't even know what color that is. Gold, beige with the green, but tonight they've got all black.
It's kind of scary.
It is a bit scary, and we're talking about the teams wearing all black. So far, they've been the first one in this round. And Carlton, their signature white and blue, I think it's working for them. I don't know if the black colour kit is fitting, but go back to your basic white and blue, and already we've got a bit of spillage on the court.
How? It's been 20 seconds.
Don't know who. It was probably from the last game.
Blood-coloured kit, though.
The black, the dark red. I call that blood colour.
The dark
with
red.
The heartbeat through it.
Ooh, I think I'm a fan of this kit. I can't, but I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I'll have to go back to the archives.
You might have to do, and wow. Big matchup. It's really the keepers kept a lot of the goal line being very low, especially in the last game, 2-1. So that was a very close game. The first game, Eastern FC won their first 7-4, I believe, in the end against Northern Phoenix. So that was the bottom 2 teams on the ladder versing each other, and Eastern gets their first win. Still remaining on the top of the ladder with 7 wins in a row now. Carlton, can they keep their second spot? Let's see. 2 halves to go. Or will RQ upset them and end up winning it in the end? As Vandenberg on the ball now, getting heckled there by Duong. 2 players on her and still manages it to just kick it out. Yeah, and it's going to be a goal kick. And if you're looking in the corner of your screen, in the beanie, we see the Mad Dog, the president, the owner. What else does he do in Carlton? The heart and soul, the founder of Carlton Heart, just lurking there in the beanie. We don't really see him anymore for the women's games, but when he does, it's a big occasion.
Should get out there more. It's always good to watch the women's play. But this game particularly, I think we, didn't even consider. But Carlton can really catch Evolution with a big win here. They'll make it 3 points. Oh well, no, 6 points. It'd be 6 points, wouldn't it? They just won that last game, so it'd be 6 points. But it's still pretty close. Doing a very good job at trailing them.
Paige Daly looking to throw that in. So it's not a live ladder. It was at one point, but
now it's a live ladder. Yeah. No, it's definitely
refreshed.
live. Yeah. You got to press that little button on the top right-hand corner for me. It refreshes the entire thing. Yeah. So 15 points, 6 points behind. They'll be absolutely a contender if they just nick it past AKU.
Well, it's a big ask for them as AKU just getting stopped there by Bet Catterwell. She's being herself positioned forward, but she can play from any position, and they're playing a 2-2 position right now. Did that ball out of bounds? Looked like it did, but Jessel played with the whistle.
I don't even know how she almost kept it in. It was millimetres in that ball.
Absolutely, it's Catterwell being manned there by Parthamos. Did well, but it's still in the possession of Carlton. Just right in front of AKU's bench. Talakides decides to throw it in the direction of Emily Koss, and they get rewarded with a corner kick. So a few fans, we've had quite a lot of viewers earlier on watching Beck Davies' goal in Evolution, and tonight, if you're watching from YouTube, Facebook, put in a comment what your predictions are. Who are you fans of? Are you fans of Carlton Heart, or you're watching here for AKU, or are you neutral and you want to go for both teams?
No, you can't go for both teams. You can't watch both teams. Impossible. You're not allowed to do that.
What if you have friends in both teams?
You pick which friend is closer. No, you can't go for both teams. It's blasphemous.
That's Josh for you there as Raymar just kicks it right behind the goals there. So you just got to flip a coin and go, who am I going to choose?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, as again, Carlton gets the side ball from their end. Koss for the run. Still in the possession of AKU. They did well to deny of a possession. Diagonal pass. Good positioning coming from Spence. Ball stolen once again. Raymer. I think Vandenberg was lurking there in the right-hand side. And this time around, it's a corner kick for AKU. Just on the far end, just right near the door. Corner kick. Denied there by Dwight. At the start of this game has been a lot of back and forth. We've seen that mostly in a lot of games in this round so far. It just takes one goal to come in when the players kind of open up a bit.
Speaking earlier, we were making our predictions last game about you. I think you correctly said it was going to be a low-scoring affair. I'm not too sure.
I did, yeah.
What are your thoughts now, though? Obviously, you have that. You can see in the future clearly.
I wish I had those special powers there, Josh, but this one, I feel like the second half will open up and there will be goals. It's a matter of, can you pass these keepers? Paige Daly, again, we know, is crucial to the defence of Hart. Same as Bordequez for AKU. But there are times where there's not, I'm saying easy goals, but there are times where they've let through goals that could be savable. So it's more about consistency. But if you're receiving shots against Jessel, she is very accurate in her shots, and it's millimetres. So they've been stopping her at all costs. And save there by Paige Daly. Ball still live. Vandenberg to Raymer. Two Carlton players there, couldn't get it out. Jess out, can she bring her flair? Raymer still at it. That you can't allow Aki to keep that ball live in that area. Carlton just got to get it out. That's Koss. They've been tagging her. I think the two players that you are dangerous for the defense are Emily Koss and Jess Howe, and I feel like both teams right now have really tagged that player.
Well, you gravitate to those type of players because ultimately they make the difference, right? Oh!
The difference! None of those two players touch it. I think it was Lucy Raymer, but let's watch the replay of that goal. It was a turn. It was a pocket rocket, low, fast ball.
I think it was Vanderberg.
Yeah, Vanderberg. My
Wow.
apologies. Near
Straight
post.
through. Yeah, well, exactly what we were talking about. Sometimes they just slip through. It's that near post. It's always so difficult to judge. And she almost got enough on it, but unfortunately not strong enough to keep it out.
That is terrific. We've seen, I would say, about 4 goals already from the near post. And that now the keeper, how do you even stop that? Your, bread and butter is to stop any goals coming into the near post. And if that slips through, what have you got left as the goalkeeper? So credit to Zali to do that turn so brilliantly and just use that power on it. Makes it very tricky for a goalkeeper to stop. And before you know it, it's now Aku with the lead.
Could double it here.
Could double it. But Paige Daly saved that one. Underarm throw towards the direction of Salakides, but didn't have the legs on that one. Now is it time to call a timeout, or does Carlton just let it run for a moment to see how the flow of momentum's going to swing?
I think you let it run. Trust your players. It's very early on in this half, really. They haven't had... Oh my god. Oh, wow.
Emily Koss.
Did you see how it knocked Deborah down? I don't believe it. I was about to talk about her and just say try and find her, let her do her magic because she's such an incredible player and such a... Again, she takes a lot of the away from the play because she's so just talented and powerful and her shot's amazing. So there's a lot of other players in this field who can do just good things if they get their positioning right. Like Beck Cadwell 2 weeks ago, she was just always in the right place at the right time and the ball got to her because everyone was focused on Emily.
So far, I feel like Aku's done their homework, and as we see now, number 3, Jana Bennett coming on the court, making her debut, and her first touch there. Aselikides take a strike! What a last-minute save coming from Deborah Borges. Wow, just again, the keepers tonight have kept them in the game.
That was an incredible shot too. She was really, really good last week. Just wants to keep up that form. An assist!
Oh, and Amina Sharafi, her first touch almost resulted in a goal. She just ran from the bench and positioned herself inside the D. And I think she wasn't ready for that ball to come towards her way. But imagine that, the 2 players coming off the bench already making an impact in the game like this. I think they needed that. I think they wanted to take players, kind of ease off the tension and bring some fresh legs to the game.
Well, Carlton have picked it up. I don't think a timeout would be... I think he made the right decision not to go to the timeout so early on. Let them warm up, let them play their game, and it might just work out for them here.
Oh! Katrina Salakides, what a cracker of a goal! It's equal terms here. And a timeout have been called straight away. Let's watch the replay.
Wow.
She came out from nowhere.
She hit that so hard. That was just a gargantuan strike, literally.
And it was a deflection as well. Not sure we're going to get a replay for you, but that was just so well timed for it.
Really out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere as well. We might just get the clock to just clock down because I don't think we have too much time for a timeout. But wow, how do you go from just that positioning from where Katrina was and just lined up and got that goal?
I want to see it again. Do we have the replay?
Not sure. I might have to create my own replay. But we did not expect that at all. Unbelievable. That was the performance.
We're just praising her as well, just saying she did so well last week.
Just her hard work, just ensuring that she's in a really good position. But so far, Acu have responded. They're going all at it right now. But Bennett, she's up to it. Parthamos put that ball stolen off her. But it's high stakes game now, and 11 minutes to go. Plenty of time in this half.
Oh,
whoa,
whoa, whoa. That was too close.
I think if Paige touched it, would that be a back pass? I don't know how that.
I think you'd rather a back pass than a roll in the net, though.
She's playing with fire right now, Paige Daly. How do you even compose yourself when the ball is so close to the goal and there's not much you can do about it? Emma to the goal. Carlton right now is on fire. They've got their kicking boots on. They are here to play. Look at this first touch. She rolled the ball left boot, and that angle was so pin perfect.
Is she a left footer?
I don't even know anymore. Emily crosses both foot.
Unbelievable.
She can score from her left to right. She is now a player to look out for. We're talking about this round being a round where it's changed around and players to look out for.
Well, she's up there for one of the MVPs of the league.
Absolutely.
I would say that. I mean, the MVP, you talk about value and what she's brought as soon as she's come in. There's no question that she should be in that debate.
So it went from 0-1 to 1-1, now 2-1. So Carlton trailed by a goal, and now they're up.
This season, they've been so incredible. It's actually very difficult to explain how good they've been. They've gone under the radar, most definitely, compared to I think at the start of the season I was lauding AKU, Preston, Fitzroy Evolution. I didn't even mention Carlton. Just a slap on the wrist against me because I should have.
Yeah, though. Well, again, we mentioned Evolution for the last season. They predicted 5th place, and look where they went. There's Bennett. Amina there lurking the back post, but she had to go past 2 defenders. And Acu did well to defend that ball. Corner kick for Carlton. Salakidis couldn't connect with Amina, but credit to Evangelia Parthamos. Just stood her ground in front of goals as almost like a second goalkeeper. You have to be there just in case that ball is loose and the keeper didn't get to it. Salakidis. So a quite open Bennett. No one tagging her on that occasion. Look at these passers from Carlton. They've been training hard, even though Jessel stole it. Jessel with a huge save from Paige Daly. Where did she come from, Jess? She just came just from nowhere and takes on the whole team.
0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah. She's going to go at it again. Decides to pass it back to Parthamos. It's a battle between Amina Sharefi and Lucy Raymer.
Were there any predictions this season, I wonder?
Not at the start, unfortunately. I don't think we did that again.
They learned their lesson. They didn't want the backlash of predicting a team like Evolution to go 5th again. So they just didn't release any predictions. But again, I don't think they would have put Carlton in the top 2. No way.
But then you have introductions of 2 teams, Camberfield and Eastern 1-0. We didn't know how those teams were going to go out throughout as well.
Naturally, you'd put them towards the bottom.
Naturally. But Salakidis, once again, he just stopped the play there. She came again from nowhere and just struck the ball, and he was on target. So 3 strikes in a row for Katrina Salakidis, and they've all been on target. She's on form. Normally, Katrina's have some games that are off, and I think she's been away and whatnot, but for the past couple of rounds, she has been on form, and every kind of stat that she's got, or any possession, she just gives it 110%.
Well, 2 games, just really good performances. 10 out of 10, She's maintained like a 9.5, we'll say. 9.5 over 2 games is pretty good.
Pretty good as Al juggling your way around 3 players. Gets tripped there by Mariella Begang. She quickly comes up to apologise. I think it's the first kind of moments we see Begang on the court. She hasn't been the starting 5 for quite some time, but nonetheless, when she does come on court, she makes an impact, already creating a foul. Vandenberg takes a strike and a save, though. The follow-up from Jess Au gets her first of tonight. Now it is equal terms 2-2 here at Series Futsal Arena, thanks to a goal from Jess Au. Look at this free kick. Vandenberg passes the wall, saves there by Page. And the follow-up, who gets the crumbs? Guess who? Jess Au.
Unbelievable. Poacher's dream, that goal. I always just, it's a skill. It's a skill being a poacher.
I think she knew. She reads the play so well. Kind of the moment that ball slipped its way through the wall, she went, I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to take the crumb. And I have to make sure that the strike has to be perfect. I can't butcher it. I'm in front of goals. And she doesn't skip a beat. She's been in so many instances in the experience that she's got. You rely on her to be in that position and score those goals. Where a lot of players, I feel like you get shook, you freak out, you go, what do I do? I'm here. And then if you miss it, that kind of gets to your brain, gets to, your mentality of the game. But Jess Au.
Oh, she's experienced.
She's not going to miss it.
Never. I mean, I think no, she just never miss it. You're just right. There's no even way to add to that. She's just, from there, it's a guaranteed goal.
There's a touch there from Bennett. She had to battle it out. I think it was for Jess Au there as AQ make their substitution. Giselle Day on the court. Just a bit of a stoppage here. I'm not sure.
As long as it's not a VAR call, we're all good.
No, we're all good. So far, 3 games in, still no VAR call in this round so far. It's been quite clean. The referees, we've got 3 on. We've got 2 on each end and a 3rd referee. So I feel like there's a lot of eyes on the court to make the calls. And they've made pretty intelligent, even calls. I don't feel like one's going to be...
I don't even know if there was a call in the Fitzroy Evolution game, if there was even a free kick.
No, or a foul.
Yeah.
No, there was a few. It wasn't normally as high as we thought it would be in the foul count. That's probably why we didn't think there was one.
It's been a whole half, and just both teams, there's really nothing to separate them. If it continues like this, we're in for an absolute stellar game, because it's just... every shot almost looks like just to penetrate through that goal.
I feel like Katrina Salakidis need to come up on score from nowhere again.
I think AKU will be they have to watch both Emily Koss and Salakidis, because she's just, both of them, ridiculous strikes.
But I feel like the difference between the 2 teams right now is the foul count. Carlton on 3 and AQ on 0. I mean, it resets at half-time, but you don't want the foul count to come up to 5, and after that it's a 10-metre penalty. Day asking a lot from her teammate Parthamos, and on the follow-up, just couldn't keep it in, and it's going to be a side ball for Carlton on the far end. Began to bring it in. Koss with her left boot. Contested, saying that it was last touch by a AQ player, and Mariella to take the corner kick. Sure, Mariella began. Got a few fans on board. So is a lot of players. AQ, Carlton. If you're fans on the stream, give us a comment, give us a shout out, and we'll follow it back up. Corner kick once again to Koss. Back to Begang. Unusual setup here for Carlton. I don't know if it's relying.
The spacing is very good, though.
It is really good as Bennett. Couldn't find the pass through to Koss. Vandenberg. Look to find Jessau. Bit of a 1-2. This is where things get dangerous, but saved there by Paige Daly. Jessau looking to follow it up. The ball is still in her possession. And the kid. The post. Something's going on with the post tonight. It's probably the 4th, 5th time it's hit. Maybe not that particular goal, but it's hit the post. Now we're talking millimeters, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hit it like really few times tonight.
Because it passed the goalkeeper. That's how
That would
close
have been
it
a
is.
goal, yeah. That 100% would have been a goal had it been just a little bit more to the right.
And if someone was there lurking in the back post, that's where these two teams just need someone to make those runs. Koss just had to kick it out of harm's way. And it's going to be a side ball for Acu with less than a minute to go. 2 all in a very high intensity, high stakes game. Carlton looking to make it their 4th win in a row, and Acu looking to trail back from their loss from last week. Oh no, win from last week. Did I win? I'm getting all my things messed up here.
Did they even play last week? Who knows? I have no idea.
They did.
No, they did play. I think that was Bagag almost knocked it in just in that D there. So unfortunate.
Yes, she did. It was Acu against Eastern. It was 18-2.
Oh yeah, I think I forgot because I edited that game.
And it was a save there once again from Paige Daly. Vandenberg looking for a second as we count down 10 seconds to go in this half. Goal scorers once again, Carlton, Katrina Salakides and Emily Koss. And for Acu, Zali Vandenberg and Jessica Au. And there's a whistle. Let's take a break. We'll see you right after this.
I'm going to bury this game before half-time. We can wrap it up. That is an absolute ripper of a goal. That is top bins. There is no chance Aaron you were saving that.
Cross court to Lita Zamaya. Put Al in a bad position. She got out of it. Still Jess out. Lovely work from Al. What a goal! That was all Jess out. Absolutely brilliant. She completely decimated the Preston defense. Fed the ball to Carla D'Alessandro, and D'Alessandro found the net. This effort from Jess out, absolutely superb. What a ball to D'Alessandro, and an easy finish from the Tower of Power.
Cooper now. This time shoots!
Oh my God!
Adam Cooper just said, leave it to me, boys. I'm going to bury this game before half-time. We can wrap it up. That is an absolute ripper of a goal. That is top bins. There is no chance Aaron you were saving that.
Cross court to Lita Zamaya. Put out in a bad position. She got out of it. Still Jess out. Lovely work from Elle. What a goal! That was all Jess out. Absolutely brilliant. She completely decimated the Preston defense, fed the ball to Carla D'Alessandro, and D'Alessandro found the net. This effort from Jess out, absolutely.
Welcome back. It's the second half. Carlton against Acu, and it is very even here in this game. 2 goals apiece. Still very unpredictable of who will win it, or will it go to a penalty shootout. Another 23 minutes to tell us the outcome of the game. Hans Solo and Josh here with you. Josh, the goals have been insane in this game.
Yeah, especially from Carlton's end, but then okay, you had a few special goals too. Jasal's tap in. Well, it wasn't exactly like, but it was just like the movement that was very good.
And Zali Vandenberg with the turn and the goal in the near post as well. And then we've got Katrina Salakidis and Emily Koss scoring cracker goals. Will there be more of that in the second half? Possible. We're hoping for a high-scoring affair, but both teams, I feel like they might play more of defensive role. I don't know. We don't even know what was said in the halftime break. We wish we had some ears in it.
Well, Emily Koss's goal was, that was just something to behold. It was such a beautiful goal. And then Salakidis hit that so hard, you'd think she goes to like anger management classes. Like, that's how hard she hit that ball. No keeper had no chance.
At least she didn't keep it towards Michael Ciaris, which Dharma Georgia did twice in the last game. As Bagang, her dangerous left boot. I think her and Emily Koss might have a run for their money, because who has the better left footer in Carlton Hearts squad? Amanda Raha moved to Camberfield, so I think Emily will stepped in on and ensure that there's another player there that can score from the left.
I'll tell you what though, they're just Carlton and their recruitment process, again, just brilliant. Imagine 1 star leaves, 2 stars leave, and it's almost like they got better.
Which they have. I feel like they stepped it up. And with training as well, and the chemistry with each other, they've worked really hard. As a transition here, Vandenberg just couldn't find the connection there with Jess Au. Same as Acu, they've worked really hard in training. I think they have a training session every Tuesday, and everyone steps up to it, and everyone ensures that they are there to train with each other, even though they might not play on Wednesdays. And it's good fitness as well.
That's what it is though. You're a team, you have to do the teamly things. You have to go to the training sessions, you have to show your commitment, and they do, and that's why the league, again, is that much better this season. That's why so many teams are so even, and there's no clear-cut, maybe you would say evolution just on points, but there's no clear-cut team that are title-bound.
I feel like the commitment as well. Teams are here week in, week out. Players are here week in, week out. So their chemistry builds. Again, with it, they train week in, week out. So it's not like one week's like, oh no, not enough players, we'll skip training or we'll cancel it. I feel like, no, we're here, it's a season, it's all in or all out. So, not sure, the ball went out of line there from Emily Koss. I feel like this area of the court, you see a lot of players use as much of the court. They really gain as much territory as possible, but I think that was a free kick. But they use as much of the court as possible, and they're very unpredictable in that. That's Alakidis from all the way back.
She really believes in her powerful shot now. Far back.
Hey, got to be in it to win it. Borges kicks it almost towards her coach. And is that a free kick?
Okay,
I'm
now,
not sure.
Whoa, yeah. What is that for?
Did we miss something? I'm not too sure. And it was a late call too. Or was it? I heard a whistle, but I wasn't sure. I thought it was a whistle for the ball to go out of bounds.
Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, well, we watched that entirely through, and there was nothing that happened that was like to the eye that would spark interest.
Michael Ciaris, he's got the whistle, he's got the gloves, he's got the long pants. Chance here for Carlton. Catterwell to Koss. Good save there from Borquez. As they go again, corner kick for Carlton. Few players asking for it. Short pass to Koss. She chips it over to no man's land. Bennett was there lurking, but not on that occasion. Ow. Maya could take up the whole team. Raymer came in with a bit artillery. Koss to Salakides. Tricks Jessal, but Raymer was there. And good interception coming from Emily Koss. Raymer finds Jessal through the middle. Vandenberg on her own. And free kick going to Carlton.
I think she just got kneed in the back.
A lot of close contact here. And referee have again got all eyes on everything. Daly. Bennett. Gets tripped again, and that would have been an advantage.
All I know is it's 3 fouls. This so early on, we were talking about Carlton's foul trouble. It's just reversed. It's just on a big 4 fouls. That's blasphemous.
Zali Vandenberg's got an opportunity for Carlton. Gets a second, and that is now 3-2 going Aku's way. You're talking about fouls just then, Josh. How did Carlton just let that through in their defense? Zali Vandenberg with that high press, high pressure. Then it's one-on-one with the keeper. And with her composure, just slots it through to the back of the net.
That's why you always need a striker or an attacker that presses the ball. You might just get that one touch, that little bit of, that one lucky mistake that you just, it doesn't happen that often. But if you're there, it's almost like winning the lottery. You have to be in it to win it. She won the lottery there, got herself a second.
And she's playing against her old team. She did play for Carlton initially when she came into Series Futsal. So playing against Carlton and scoring twice against them. It's credit to her with her hard work and the recruitment coming from Aku to get her on the squad as well. So Carlton, again, they did turn it around before. So can they do it again? They changed some players up, which they did before. Will it work again? We saw a few players come off the bench and they impacted the game. They didn't want to call a timeout and use that up. So again, will that be a deja vu, or will Aku just strike again?
I think they have these players right now that they've gone with for most of this second half, totally capable of turning this around. We saw them do it in the first. That's just enough proof. That's the precedent we need to say that they could do it here. Just get the shots off. Carlton call a timeout, so look, use that time. Write up a play, write up something different, adjust, and they'll be able to do it.
They'll be able to do it, but let's take a short break. We'll see you right after this.
Cooper now. This time shoots!
Oh my God!
Adam Cooper just said, leave it to me, boys. I'm going to bury this game before halftime. We can wrap it up. That is an absolute ripper of a goal. That is top bins. There is no chance.
Timeout there called, was it by Carlton?
It indeed was.
And it's Paige Daly's ball. Long throw. Sharefi was the target. Salakides want to follow that up once again to score a second. So again, second time in a row in this game that Carlton is trailing and Aku is leading. They scored the first goal by Zali Vandenberg, and now, once again, Zali has scored the goal to keep Aku in the lead once more. 15 minutes remaining. Plenty of time for Carlton to get back to make it equal terms. That was a close one too. But Josh, what do you think was said in that timeout break call by Carlton?
Honestly, I think what was said was do what you're doing, because it worked in the first half and you're getting the opportunities. It's about time. Just going through the motions. If they get the shot, they'll put it in. It's as simple as that. It's getting those opportunities. It's bound to happen. It's bound to go in the back of the net if they continue doing what they're doing.
Having these opportunities, I reckon they should take more strikes at goal, because when they do, it gives them more high percentage of those strikes coming through. But you can't then let it slip in the defense. Even though you need goals, you also need to not concede any as well. And that was, again, a dangerous play. Paige Daly can't save them all. She's already let 3 in, and that was a few from defensive errors.
I think Carlton right now just need that one player who can deliver a sucker punch to AKU. Just Emily Koss, Talakides, get their shots off, do their thing, get a goal.
Absolutely. Amina Sharifi did her thing last week too.
I think she, yeah, it was a really
against
good goal.
Camberfield, so she might step it up. Oh, and that was a push there towards Lucy Raymer from Anna Duong. Let's hope that she's okay.
Ooh, she's kind of limping.
I think Anna Duong just ran into her and then kept going. And Lucy Raymer came out second best. So Carlton, they've got their
This is amazing.
5th win on.
This amazing framing by the camera. Just.
Oh! Was that from Jess Al? Couldn't even see her in the frame. And save there from Paige Daly. So the one-woman wall didn't work. You need at least 2 there against Jess Al. Passes it back to Parthamos. Finds Raymer. Q.
I think Parthamos was just one of those players that when she didn't play towards the end of last season, Aku got just considerably worse. She's just a rock in the back line.
She is. And Jess Al just stole the ball, but good defensive work coming from Emily Koss. Bit of a 1-2 against Parthamos there. Salakides looking to win back the side ball to reset it. As we see the 2-time goal scorer for Aku coming back on the court, Zali Vandenberg. And Koss looking to get her left boot on it, but 12 minutes to go. Carlton needs another goal soon because the game will get away with them, and we know that the clock didn't work well for Fitzroy, and it may not work well for Carlton. Could be a very tricky situation you're in if you allow Aku to kind of be dominant in the game.
They're a very good team at passing the ball too, at maintaining possession. Particularly Jess Au. I don't think you can get the ball off her so many times.
No, she really makes a mistake, Jess Au. So she's definitely got her form on tonight, and they're really using her when they need to, and then she's really passing it on when it matters as well. So Koss getting challenged there by Vandenberg. Ball goes back to the direction of Duong. Sharifi tries to take on 2 teams. Can she go all the way to Koss? Vandenberg denied her the opportunity to strike that ball. These 2 teams. It's heated here, and Aku on 4 fouls. Carlton on 1. So Lakides finds Amina, but couldn't get there. And now the chase is on. Giselle Day strikes the ball, but it's gone right outside the netting. And that was good work from Carlton. They track back. They ensure that they're covered. Oh, Jess Al made that look so easy. But the pass had to be perfect towards Vandenberg. It's just so physical right now. Both teams are going at it. It's end to end.
And they've really done a good job of marking Emily Koss, AKU. I think that's one of the things that this half Carlton have struggled just a tiny little bit. She hasn't had the freedom that she's usually been able to muster the last few weeks, and I think everyone in the league is starting to open their eyes up to how good she is. That they're like, hey, no, this player, follow her everywhere, or she will make you pay. And that's just right now been the Achilles heel of Carlton, not giving her, not being able to have that space to play.
They're definitely not done their homework, and they're not giving her any breathing space. The moment she has the ball, is someone on her toes, in her face, and she hasn't, as you said, got that freedom or space to strike the ball that she wants it to. Again, credit to Acu, all their hard work, and now making the unstoppable Emily Koss stoppable. Now the ball rolled over once more. It's been quite a factor. And Acu, this time round, have called a timeout. We'll take a break.
Cooper now. This time shoots!
Oh my God!
Adam Cooper just said, leave it to me, boys. I'm going to bury this game before halftime. We can wrap it up. That is an absolute ripper of a goal. That is top bins. There is no chance, Aaron, you were saving that.
Cross court to Lita Zamaya. Put out in a bad position. She got out of it.
And we're back with 9 minutes remaining in this game. Acu, 1 goal up, scoring 3. Only 1 in this half because it started with 2 all. And Carlton still yet to score in the second half. Acu's just been so solid and so disciplined in their defence, ensuring to shut down key players like Katrina Salakides and Emily Koss. And I've scored 1 in the bag, courtesy of Zali Vanderberg.
Whoa, that was a
That
knockdown.
But referee says play on. There's a ball still in the possession of Carlton. Can they conjure something from this? But again, in all instances, they're just not allowing any clean possession from Carlton. Every time that ball kind of almost gets that final third, that ball just fizzles its way out. It doesn't really reach anyone or doesn't really go anywhere. See that again? Again, fizzles out. Just doesn't go to the intended target, or it doesn't really hardly reaches Deborah Borges.
It's again, just AKU's defense. Solid, and look who they have back. That's the key here. Parthamos, Jessau. Would we call them two of the best players on this team? Because I don't want to be disingenuous to just everyone else. But 2 of their best players on the ball, particularly the way they can control a game. 2 catalysts.
And they're the one to kind of distribute the ball too. You need playmakers on the team to ensure that the ball goes to where it needs to go and to the player that's doing the runs and ensures it goes to where they need it to go. See all these passes? They're perfect in a way. Look at that again. And then it makes its way to the final third before you know it, with players already positioned to where they need to be. That's where they've got the upper hand, where I don't see Carlton with those movements. They haven't really got someone that's distributing the ball the way Acu's doing it.
That'll change, hopefully. Oh, wow.
Bennett! Jaina Bennett making her debut for Carlton. Scores her first goal for Sirius Futsal Victoria.
That was just out of nowhere. It's just a blip in the system. Like, she made space for herself so superbly. Just that bit of a, I think it's just that hesitation, and then the slip through. Those are just man's for a goalkeeper. It's just that unfortunate situation.
Can Aku respond? Because once again, the scores are level for the second time, or third time. It's high stake, 6.5 minutes to go, and it's anyone's game still. Now it is, you've got to ensure that you are defending it, even though Paige Daly has just put her body on the line. She got one in the face, I believe. And now we're just going to make sure that she's okay.
Whoa, that changes the game, though. That foul changes the entire just dynamic of the game.
Carlton's on 1 and Aku's on 5, so the next foul against Aku is a 10-metre penalty.
Yep, that's...
So they've got to be very careful here and not ensure that they're giving it away a foul, because it could cost them a potential game. Could be a game changer.
3 points they need to put themselves in the top 4.
Sure they do, and that Carlton's got the upper hand, and referee. 2 of them on tonight, plus an official on the sidelines, ensuring that nothing is getting out of, or nothing is unseen. And handball!
Ooh!
Was that a potential handball against Jess Au? And you can call it as a VAR, but...
Look, if they don't call this as VAR, I'm actually going to start to wonder if VAR is still in the game.
We haven't had one all night. Let's see it here. Oh, did hit her arm.
100. Yeah, maybe they don't need the.
Well, there with the entire vision. This is a chance here for Carlton. Are they good with set pieces?
To cost. Let her have a crack at it. What is going on?
Oh, it's because it's a foul. It's a 10-metre.
Come on, but that's not a foul. That doesn't count as a foul. It's a
handball. Well,
what?
It's referees have called it.
That is ridiculous. What is happening? Maybe I'm wrong, but I would suspect handballs counting as a foul. When does that ever happen?
Now it's happening.
Oh.
You have to read the rule book quickly there, Josh.
I wish I had access to the rule book.
I think it's on the Futsal Oz website.
Really?
Well, I don't know. You might have to. Maybe they've changed it since then. That Bet Catterwell, can she save the day?
Oh!
Carlton are up once more. It's 4-3, and Carlton, they're celebrating, but they have to hold off for another 4 minutes. This could be it for them. This could be the game. This could be 4 games that they've won in a row. But not done yet. Aku, they're still in it. They won. Who's going to save the day? Jess Au, taking on the entire team.
You never count AKU out until the whistle goes. They're just too much quality.
They're playing to the end. Playing to the absolute end. Jess Au.
Oh, that was so
Raymer
beautiful.
gets pushed in the back. Play on. Koss. Katrina Salakides, Emily Koss fighting for the ball.
Battle of the egos. No, I'm joking.
Jess Au strikes it, but Paige Daly saves it. It's all game on now. 3 minutes to go. Oh my goodness. Though, whoever's watching at home, I know a few shout outs there. Ann Hudson, thanks for tuning in. As always, we've got Jolyn Collins, fans of Jaina, Menke, again, go Chandler, but she's not even playing. She's probably still suspended.
Yeah,
and
true.
Diogo, Oliveira, thanks again for tuning in, and everyone else. But 2.5 minutes, Josh. Carlton have slot one in, but it's, again, still not the end. This is where things are. Every pass or every possession now counts. You cannot make a mistake.
And AKU, they're at a disadvantage. 6
They've got
fouls.
6 fouls.
That is just such it's an uphill battle of regard. You have to be disciplined, clinical, and just out both. But she put it just too much to the left. Her turn was superb.
Now, Carlton, they have to score the next one, or they park the bus and they just defend. Have all the players back. They can't allow any slip-throughs because that's where a goal will happen. We saw that where the defences slipped through and it has resulted in a goal. So now they've got to tag every single player like their life depended on it. And they can't let Jess out shoot like that. Paige Daly got that one, but in the end, it just takes one little slip through from anyone. Oh! There it is! There's a slip through, and Jess Al finds the back of the net, and now it's 4-all. Back to equal terms for the 4th time in this game. Unbelievable. Jess Al, the game changer.
It came on. How did she get so open? So much space. There's not even a player within 10 metres of her.
Except for Paige Daly.
Wow. The one player you need. Like 10 metres that.
Oh dear. Is it going to go to a penalty shootout?
It's looking like that. 1 minute 20, that's not a lot of time.
I reckon if Carlton is tactical, and they've still got a timeout up their sleeves.
Well, that's actually a really good point. Add 6 fouls is again a thought in that backside.
So if there's a set piece, they've got to use it. They've got to draw in a foul.
In the comments section, handballs are fouls. Learn the rules. It's always been the case. Look, just because something is doesn't mean I agree with it. I just don't think it's a foul. It just, when you think of a foul, you think of something done kind of purposefully.
Yeah. Well, why don't they do that again, though? Someone just kick it into Jessal's arm again. This is the chance here. If Aku scores, can you imagine Carlton's hard work? And it's a minute to go. Next goal wins. Literally, the next goal that slots in right now will win the game. It's a matter of who will do it.
Oh, it might be here.
Where is Carlton's defense on that moment? Luckily, the pass from Pathmos, she kind of almost rushed it too much there. Didn't allow the player to be ready to receive the ball. And now...
You would not get away with that again. That was too risky.
Jessau once more. Emily Bennett. Bit of a fancy footwork. Denied there by Zali.
Oh.
But Emily Koss with a cracker. Gets her team a corner kick. Now, this is one of the last roll the dice passage of play to come from Carlton. 35 seconds to go. They have to be well set up. Could they called a timeout? Who knows? Oh, Mariella Begang very close, but still not enough. 34 seconds. Everyone's going to be the edge of their seats. I don't think there's any nails left to bite because it is just so high intensity, high stakes. Carlton wants to win it. Aku wants to win it.
It's all or nothing.
Last roll of the dice.
Well,
and that might be it. There's the final whistle. Carlton, by a needle thread, scored the winning goal for Mariella Begang. Let's just try to get that replay to you right now. Amina, again, the game winner, desperate plea. And look at the run through from Mariella. Right boot, her non-preferred.
Honestly,
she's ecstatic. Josh.
Honestly, I think that's up for goal of the week. That was gorgeous.
Goal of the week. You've got to call it because that won the game.
Has there been anything better tonight? I
don't think so.
I'm actually getting... Wow.
I don't even know what your heart rate is, but in the studio and here at Surrey's Futsal, it is probably at 200 beats a minute. Let's take a break. We'll give you an interview right after this.
Cooper now. This time shoots.
Oh my God!
And Cooper just said, leave it to me, boys. I'm going to bury this game before halftime. We can wrap it up. That is an absolute ripper of a goal. That is top bins. There is no chance, Aaron, you were saving that.
Cross court to leader Zamaya. Put out in a bad position. She got out of it. Still Jess out. Lovely work from Elle. What a goal! That was all Jess out. Absolutely brilliant. She completely decimated the Preston defense. Fed the ball to Carla D'Alessandro and
I just still got adrenaline.
I obviously have adrenaline. You just won the game in the last 5 seconds. I'm here with Mariella Brigang. While you're here, while you're in with the adrenaline pump, just tell me how you feel about that. With what happened, from your perspective as the striker who gets to tap that in.
Yeah, it was a really great play from everyone. Kind of started from the back, and then Minz had it. I thought she was just going to take it. She saw me back post, which was a great vision from her, and I just kind of swooped it in with my right.
Well, just tell me about the game, because it was obviously very up and down. There was no one point where any of us could really predict it. You just went down, I think, first. Tell me about coming back from such a great team. AK, you were such a great team. You did wonders.
Yeah. From what I saw as well, it was great to see. I sat on bench, and it was just great that we didn't drop our heads throughout the whole thing, which was great. I think we had that belief in us to keep pushing. We probably should have implemented more of what we usually train on. We didn't get to. It wasn't our best, but we did get the win, which was really great. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's now 4 in a row. Could be mistaken, or 5 in a row for Carlton as just wins. Just no one would have put you guys second on the ladder at the start of the season. I mean, what you guys have done is just remarkable. Just tell me about where you guys are at, what you look. Are you challenging? Are you fully focused on challenging for the title? Was that something that was discussed at the start of the season?
I guess, yeah, once we got, the numbers and stuff like that, we kind of gathered and talked about what we want to do as a collective. Probably maybe 2 weeks ago when we really kind of discussed. But yeah, I guess if there's, I don't know how many teams there are that's been here for so long, maybe 4. Obviously, of course, you always want to win the title. And yeah, that's what everyone should be aiming towards, I guess.
But even at the start of the season, I mean, you have gone leaps and bounds from last season. I know I've spoken a few times about you training, and you've brought the pieces in. You've always had this one core. Just something's clicked this season. It's so exciting to watch. I'm not too sure who you have next week, but are you going to keep the same game plan? What did you guys even do for AKU? How did you set yourselves up? What was the game plan?
Well, I guess they're a great team. They're, of course, and they weren't scared to kind of press us as well with 4 fouls that they had, and I guess we just kind of pushed that one, and yeah, they took that bait, and we got that amazing penalty by Beck. And yeah, I guess we just got that momentum and we pushed till the end with that one. Yeah.
Awesome. I think there's one more game. It's Camerfield Preston. I'm not sure if you'll stick around or you'll go home and get the rest and recovery on.
Yeah, it is a late one, but yeah, I just wanted to say shout out to Conker, always with the best kits.
Your kits are amazing.
Yes.
There's never been a debate on that. We love the kits. Well, we'll get to the next game. It's been an awesome interview. Mariella Brigang, Joshua Fusco, sick interview.
Thanks, Josh.